So I'm making this video. This is gonna be a reaction video to my first ever match that I shot last about 3 months ago now. It was in December. Just wanted to share my thoughts, my experience, going into it. First match ever. Things that I've seen that I think I can improve on. I kind of want to just touch on those things. Just a reaction to, me exposing myself, pretty much, and just going out there and winging it, in hopes to learn something and then move forward. We'll talk about equipment, a little bit of a mindset thing too, going into it, and kind of your expectations, how to manage your expectations going into it, and the reality of things once you're out there. So we're gonna go over it. I'm not gonna be slapping a whole bunch of editing to this one. This is about to be the simplest video I've put together, if I can find where to go from here. So if I hit record and it's doing this, I'm thinking this might be the first video, so I will go ahead and open this up. Yeah, I think this was the start. Anyways, whatever. Yeah, I think this was my first attempt. Nope. This was the second stage. Yeah, so we're off to a great start here. All right, so done with the second stage. All right, so I'm gonna go backwards and open first stage right now. I'm just gonna let it run and then come back and kind of criticize myself. And this is where you get killed in the street. Oh, man. All right. Okay, so that was stage 2. And then stage 3. Actually, let me move my mouse. All right, that was stage 3. So if I have to run this again, so from here, let's rewatch this, and then I will talk about what I think I'll do differently next time around. So which one should I start with? Did I start with this one? I think I started with this one. Let me see. Was it this one? Yes. So this is stage 1. All right. So before I even break down this video and things that I think I can improve on, or get better at, one thing I really liked about joining this first match was everybody was pretty welcoming. As a matter of fact, I guess the host or whatever they call him, okay, whoever was in charge of the match organizer, if you would, very friendly, went over all the specifics, the details, you know, things that I needed to know, where to be, where to stand, where to go when I need to, you know, check my equipment and things like that. So we went over these things. Oh goodness, can I move? You know what? I'll just cover this because it's kind of distracting. Yeah, so we went over that, and he also, you know, asked the guys that were, you know, competing there, those that are familiar with the rules and stuff like that, just look out for me, basically, and told me you're not here to prove anything to anybody. You're just here so you don't get DQ'd. So make that your priority. Just do not get disqualified, because we want you to get through the whole course and you know, learn what you can learn from it, but really start and finish, right? Safely, of course. So that was cool. I actually got to shoot with some guys that I know as well, and had the opportunity to even run through the course with one of the guys that yeah, he's pretty heavy in the industry, and he actually finished 4th that day. I was like, man, boy can shoot. Doesn't look like it, but he can shoot. So I walked through each stages, you know, kind of like just the mental gaming, I guess, a part of you know, shooting competition. You can't really, you know, go out there and, you know, pointing your gun. As a matter of fact, there's a whole bunch of rules. This was a PSCL match, so the rules, I don't know. I'm sure they're somewhat close to what most shooting competitions are, and, you know, with a few minor details here and there that, you know, may make them different. But I think PSCL is a bit more lax than USP. What is it? USPSA, whatever that thing is. No disrespect, of course, you know. I just can't remember what it is. But the rules are pretty, you know, straightforward, easy to understand, easy to apply, and so yeah. Anyways, we went through the course just to kind of like, you know, pre-game what you about to do, and you know what they say, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. So it doesn't hurt to, you know, just go through that. So we went through it. I was like, okay, this one, oh, and I was asking questions too, like, how would you engage these targets? Like, between the two standing here, which one would you want to engage first, and then transition to the next thing? Like, what makes sense to you, you know, in terms of time? Because the thing with, you know, competition, it's not just hitting your targets, but it's doing it proficiently in a way that you get the most points in the shortest amount of time. Right? So it's not just accuracy, it's also speed. Right? You can be fast and miss everything, or you can be slow and hit everything. But now, because you're slow, the time is working against you. So you always have to, it's a game. Okay? The end of the day, it's a game. You have to pick your poison, and we'll get to you know what, let's just get started, and then I'm gonna break this video down from an amateur, right, looking at their first match and things that I've already picked up on, you know, when I compare it to what the other guys were doing and things like that. Again, this is my feedback to myself. I'm not posing as a professional shooter or anything like that. All right, and this is just for me. I don't know why I'm talking in French today, but this is an opportunity for me to, you know, learn the jargons and the techniques and the tactics and all that stuff, and then to just grow and be able to watch this, you know, back and just see how far I've come. My man, my goodness, why am I blanking out on this channel name? I think it's 9BMF or FMB something. Shout out to you, my dude. I see you progressing, man. That's encouraging. He's out there in California. I'm gonna put his channel. You know what? Let me not be lazy today. Where's my phone? I will find you. let's see here. Here you are. Wait for it. 9mm BJF. B9milli on Instagram. Shout out my dude. I guess your name is, oh, your real name is Brendan? What up, Brendan? Anyways, sorry to put you on the spot, but yeah, I like his channel. I like his Instagram as well. So if you guys want to go check him out, that's his page right there. Hopefully this thing will focus. That's his page right there. Go follow the boy and, you know, support your boy, man. He's out there, you know, trying to get into shooting and all that stuff. I think he's, I don't know, maybe he's training with Manzano, but I'm getting sidetracked. The point is, we're documenting our journeys. Yeah. So, and he's been bothering me for this video. So today is that day, okay? I finally decided to expose myself. So yes, Parabellum exposed. Let's get started. First stage, I'm gonna go ahead and hit start here and let's go through it. All right, so here, making, or make ready, I guess. Now, I had my hands stretched out in this part, but really, I was supposed to have my hands below the belt, right? And he actually just called that out. Okay, drawing out of the holster was already a problem right there. I had to it was a double take, and it's a holster that I use because it's got, I can't find it right now, but I can use that holster. It's like the universal stuff with Surefire. Not my best purchase. So here we go with the excuses, right? So the holster kind of helped me back there. But yeah, so my draw wasn't the fastest. It wasn't confident. You can tell like I hesitated a little bit. But then my first shot, cool. I think if I come back here a little bit, I think I could have, you know, next time I'm gonna come out here really aggressive, like hard stop, bang, right? Took it, even there, I'm not moving as fast as I want to. That's, dude, you're not, you gotta sprint, my man. You gotta sprint. Like after that second one goes down, bing, bing, take off. But I'm still here. Look at that. Come on, man. Like I should be able to cover this in like 4 quick steps or 5 at most. But you know, I will say this to to my defense. They had a few spent cases on the floor, so I didn't want to like, you know, step on some of them and like roll my ankle or whatever. I had a knee surgery, okay? I had an ACL repair surgery on my right leg, so I'm kind of I'm very careful with my leg, if you would. So I didn't want to like also just go full speed, like full beans, and not, you know, not care for a single thing in the world. Also because it was my first time actually running, doing dynamic stuff with a handgun and a SIG P320 at that, but we're gonna leave that alone for today. Anyway, so I hit those 2 poppers. They were like 6 inches. I think I shot them at, I think the distance was maybe like 15 yards, or just inside like 13, 14. At most, I think it was like a 15-yard thing. But those were 6-inch plates. And then here they had this, like, I guess they call K targets. I didn't even look these things up. Like I have to go back. But yeah, the targets in, you know, PSCL matches are different than the USPSA ones. But yeah, so behind this I guess, wall. There's another one. I think this is about like 3 yards, roughly. So I just got in there. Let me see. Got in there. I didn't even think for this one. I just aimed and double tapped it. Right? And then from there, I should explode to the next thing. But no, I took one step. I mean, it isn't bad. Now that I think about it, it isn't bad, but now here comes the makeup. The other thing that I realized is this. Shooting and moving, you really, it's almost like you're learning multiple skills at once. Number one is blocking out the outside world. Like, oh, people are watching me. I better not mess up. I better not mess up. That's number one. Number two is, of course, you want to be safe, right? So I better not mess up and I want to be safe. I don't want to get DQ'd. I think number two is you have to develop the ability to call your shots. Meaning every time you squeeze that trigger, you know exactly where that round went. You know when it's good and you know when it's not. Why am I saying that? Why is that important? If you can call your shots from the moment you pull that trigger and you're pretty much accurate with, you know, your shot calling, I guess, you know when you've hit the target or not, which can help you determine if you want to move on to the next thing or go for a remake. And all of that is also time consuming, right? Oh, no, let me not say time consuming. Okay, that will play into the amount of time you're taking to take care of a target. In other words, if I'm pulling on a trigger at a target that's like maybe 10 yards out and I hit it, you know, bullseye, whatever, and I can tell, and I know from the moment I pull the trigger, I know it went to the bullseye, I can move to the next thing without even having a second guess and check again. Did I hit? Was that a hit or a miss? Right? So you have to build that level of confidence, because if it was a hit, but you didn't really call it, you thought you missed, you may want to come back and then kind of like, you know, confirm that by taking another shot. But now you end up hitting the same targets twice when the first time around was good enough for you to move on to the next thing. And you get maximum point because it's bullseye, right? And then you also have to kind of choose or pick your poison. I think some of these targets, I think K is kind of like what's in the middle. And then I'm gonna try to layer maybe a picture of the targets that they use for PSCL matches. But you can go for, I think, headshots, of course. I think headshot counts for the most point. So one headshot is good, right? But then it's the target is smaller. So you might want to go for the bigger target, but then you're gonna have to hit it twice to get max points out of that, and then move on to the next thing. So the ability to block the outside noise while staying, you know, focused on the task and safe. Number two, being able to call your shots as you're squeezing the trigger is very important. What was the third thing that I was thinking about? Oh yeah, I would say, yeah, being able to call your shot will basically even determine how you move, right? If you know a shot is good, you can explode with confidence and move on to the next spot. But if every time you squeeze, you're like, let me take that extra millisecond just to make sure I'm on target and then move on to the next thing, it's like, you're wasting time. So you could be super accurate, the most accurate guy, but if you're moving like a snail or a turtle, which I was, doesn't help. So you want to be fast without rushing, right? You want to be fast, but not rushed. And you want to be smooth in your movements. And I'm not going to talk about smooth is fast, fast. What is it? Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. I don't even believe in that. Fast is fast, slow is slow, smooth is smooth. Okay, let's not try to, you know, play with words around here. I believe that there are certain things that call. It's kind of like that 3-yard thing. I didn't even have to think about it. It's like, it's point and shoot. I could have shot it my eyes closed. Okay, it's 3 yards in. It was just pam, pam, pam. I even felt like my double tap wasn't fast enough. Maybe because I was leaning over, right? But with things like that, I can double tap real fast because it's so close. The chances of missing the entire targets, I mean, you really have to be a bad shot to miss that, right? But then the further you're pushing your shot, you kind of have to throttle yourself down a little bit, because the further your distance to the distance between you and your targets, the easier it is to introduce any sort of movement in even your presentation or in your trigger pull that could move the round left, right, up or down, and, you know, have you miss your target. So you may want to throttle yourself a little bit there. You know, it's just logic, man. When you think about it, like if you played sports, you know, when you're going straight at full speed, you can do so with a good posture, like you're standing straight and all that, you know, extending your legs and running fast. But if the sport that's you know, running tracks or whatever, but if the sport that you're or the discipline that you're into requires some level of twitchiness and, you know, switching from left to right, pivoting and stuff like that, you understand that just going at full speed at all time is not really helpful. As a matter of fact, you can injure yourself. You kind of have to like prep yourself for like, okay, maybe here, this is where I start to slow down, lower my center of gravity because I'm ready to go from left to right, right? And I got to explode from all of that. Anyways, these are all the stuff that we're going through my mind, you know, before, during, and after this match. But let's play some more of this. So yeah, this is me coming back because I'm like, I don't know if I hit that thing right there. Okay, so I'm done hitting this target. Why don't I explode to that corner right there? Just run to it. I'm jogging. And then I realized this. So here, I'm like, I think it was 3 targets behind there. So double tap, double tap, double tap. And I think there was 4. I think there was 4. Because I was trying to double tap the 4th one. My gun jammed. And didn't even think about like reloading. That was the other thing too. So I went into it thinking, okay, I have 20 rounds. I counted the amount of targets. I'm like, you know what? If I need to remake maybe 1 or whatever, I really did not factor in the possibility of having a reload. I thought that 21 round was it 20? I think 20 rounds was going to do it. And it didn't. So yeah, I had to reload and finish that thing. But even that, like, I should have okay, let me pause this. I should have bopped the thing, not bop. But there too, I had a call to make, right? Let me go back to, I had a call to make right there. Okay, I could have just stopped right there. Just stop. When the gun jammed, just call it a day. Like, that's it, you know, clear my gun, reholster it, call it a day, and live with the hits and misses at that point. But because I tried to finish the whole thing, the time that it took for me to clear the malfunction, the time that it took for me to reload from, this is a battle belt. This is not a competition gear. So, and everything was underneath my whatever hoodie I was wearing. I had to like clear that out, pull. All that time counted against me. Again, this is where mentally you have to to be willing to give up on something to get something else. So I could have just settled for whatever the hits I got in the short amount of time that I was, you know, given to do this, or the least amount of time possible, right? And then just live with that rather than deciding, oh, I need to hit this target twice, but then it'll take me 5 seconds to to get that opportunity, right? Because then time will count against me, even if those two extra shots were like dead center. Just not a smart decision on my part there. But yeah, so that was video number 1. Let's see what's next from here. Hey, what happened to, there you go. All right, so that was number 1. I like the second stage. I think the second stage was my favorite. Not because hey. Not because I did like super well with it or anything like that. It's just, I don't know, it was just fun. I guess the layout, but something funny happened to me here. Hope it's still recording. Yes, it is. I froze. Dude, I had a brain fart when the timer went off. I just stood there like, but he asked me, "Are you ready?" I was like, "Yeah." And I'm still standing there. And I was like, "Oh, this is when I go." Yo, this cracked me up, man. Let me go back to it again. Hold on. This was funny. Come on, dude. Yeah. So the first ones I engaged, thought it was pretty cool. Again, my transition from, and here we had a choice, right? You could go left or right, whichever you're comfortable with. But because I wanted to go to my left and then go around, this stage was fun. Like it was kind of funny the way that it was built. Like you could go either way, right or left. But then the rules, there's something funny happened, but it was within the rules. You just had to be familiar with the whole thing to understand that, you know what, I can game this and run across. You know, as long as I'm not shooting, I can run across from one corner to the other, you know, place myself and then, you know, position myself in a way that I can shoot within the legal. Anyways, it was funny, but I decided to do from right to left to go around that bin, and yeah. Again, my movement here, I wish I was moving just a touch faster and be more confident in like my entries and, you know, bop, 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 bop. Let's see. So right there, bop, 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 bop. Yeah, my doubles are, yeah. Even when the way I'm coming around this corner, man, like, bro, come on, man. You played ball. you don't look like an athlete, man, right here. You don't look like you play any kind of sport. And even here, okay, right there. So last shot, right? I'm coming straight. I engage the first one. I get to the line, turn to the next one on the right. After I laid that second shot on it, I was supposed to take off running to go to the far right corner and finish up there. Watch what I did after that second shot. I'm thinking, I'm just like, was that good? Can I run now? Can I just go, run? Okay? Position yourself. Bye bye. Anyways, so that was that. Again, just moving fast, not second guessing myself. I think here, yeah, I kind of like how I engaged the one in front of me, and then the other one. I would say though, if I had to maybe correct something, it's like lean towards the target instead of leaning away. And that's the other thing too, I think that is important to understand when, you know, like shooting competition like this, is turning the self-defense uh, part of your brain off. What I mean by that is, typically when you train with, you know, self-defense mindset, or the mindset of being able to defend yourself in case, you know, something goes south or whatever, or you find yourself in a very terrible situation or some kind of gunfight, the idea is mainly to take cover, right? Or make yourself difficult, like a difficult target. You make yourself a small target, what still be able to move around and maybe, you know, stop the threat, right? While not exposing yourself too much to, you know, for them to harm you. With competition shooting, you actually go, like with self-defense, you're hiding behind barriers, like you working around, you're trying to keep yourself compact, right? You working around those barriers so that they're there to protect you, to cover you while you're trying to, you know, stop the threat. In competition shooting, or I guess, you know, what do you call this? Whatever this is, right? You are actually, what you're doing is you're actually working around those barriers because they're in your way. You're trying to work around them to hit what you're trying to hit. You're not using them to cover you or protect you or offer some level of, you know, mental mental safety that, hey, you know what, you can only see half of my face, so yeah, good luck with the headshot there, you can't get me. No, like in competition, you're trying to minimize all of that stuff. Like if you gotta lean on one leg and, you know, take a peek around the corner and, you know, you go for it, right? You don't overthink it. It's like things are in your way and you're just trying to get to the target in the fastest and most efficient way. So yeah, that part of your brain, you gotta shut it off a little bit. Yeah, so there's that. I wish here that I would actually lean forward instead of, it's almost like I'm shooting on a back foot, if that makes sense, right? But then again, my entry, yeah, could have been faster. Let me see. Yeah. Anyways, just me being critical of myself. But yeah, that was good. And from here, I kind of got tired of. Oh, what did I do? I kind of got tired of shooting with the SIG, and here's why. So this is my SIG, right? I kind of got tired of shooting the SIG during that competition because I had the light. For some reason, whenever I have this light, oh my stuff in out. Anyways, whenever I have this light, I mean the Surefire light, I don't even know where I put it. Anyways, when I have the Surefire light, this becomes so front heavy that like my first shot will be on target, and then the following one, because I don't know, maybe I'm torquing the grip a little. I don't know, maybe because I'm torquing the grip a little much, my second shot will tend to be low, you know, low to the left. It happens even without the lights, but it's more frequent with the lights on. So I just got tired, I took it off. I shot the rest of the match. Anyways, so this is kind of like how I had it, but I didn't have it. I wasn't using this barrel. Actually, let me show you. So this is how I ran it. I had this barrel from Ballistic Advantage instead. So I used this barrel to complete the match. essentially. I think it's a pretty cool barrel. I'm gonna keep using that, and I swapped it because I did not want to be in like whatever class like comp guns are in. I don't think it would have been beneficial for me to be that my score, to have my score I guess accounted for whatever under that category, right? So okay, wait, this came from here, so this goes right there. So I had it like this. I just ran the ballistic advantage barrel on this joint like this, and that was it. And the guy that was checking the score, actually, or I guess marking down my score, he even walked up to me, was like, dude, where are the flames? I'm like, what do you mean? It's like, but your gun is comped, right? I'm like, it was, but I switched the barrel. So I was like, yeah, it is supposed to, but I switched the barrel. So this is what I had. All right, I was running it like this, no chunk port. All right, so just normal. All right, so I don't get all right, just so I wouldn't be in a category that I wouldn't be able to keep up with that little chunk ports. Yeah, and I thought it's actually pretty smooth. I love it. I love this barrel. It's actually pretty smooth. Pretty smooth. But yeah, this is how I ran it. Had my mag. It was fun. It was fun. Actually, the more I look at this barrel, I'm like, I kind of like this. That bronze touch. Yeah, this is a vibe. Yeah, the kids are digging this. All right, the kids are digging this. Woo-wee. Anyways, we're gonna wrap up soon. My bad, man. That's just got distracted. Put this away. So it was 3 stages. The last stage, I shot it with M&P. Just like this, but without the mag well. I got the mag well after, and don't worry about this collar. It's a thing, okay? Relax. But yeah, so finished with the M&P, and we're about to watch the video right now. So last stage. Let's go ahead and do it. It's pretty straightforward. Oh yeah, so those K targets, this is what they look like, right? Like apples. So I don't know. Of course I went for headshot on those. But can I move faster? Yes. After each shot, like I shouldn't, like my recoil should land on the next, and then move on to the, the other portion of this stage. But anyways, and I could have ran faster. So same thing there, same thing over here. Headshots everywhere, but it's like, okay, I went from bang, it's bang, bang, bang. You run to the other side, bang, bang, bang. All right? But you got to do it fast, man. You got to do it fast. Yeah. But anyways, that was it. First time competing. I thought that was pretty cool. I'm trying to go again. It's just that my schedule and the days where they have matches just don't match. So yeah, still looking for it, but it's fun. Competition shooting will really let you know. It will let you know about yourself, right? Where you are in real life. It's not like you're gonna rise to the occasion. This thing will humble you. And trust me, I got there, I was looking at this guy. Dude was maybe like 6'3". Okay, so one guy, I think it was like 6'3". Another guy was maybe, I think, 6'6", like super tall dude. One was skinny, like the 6'6" guy or 6'5" maybe. It was skinny. It was moving fast and covering so much ground just because he had long legs. It was crazy. And then the other dude, man, yo, major props to my man. It was like maybe like 6'3". Easily, man, about 200 and maybe 40 or 50 pounds. That boy was flying through them stages, man. When I'm talking about flying, like dude was flying through. It was moving so fast. I'm like, dude, are you even shooting? All I'm seeing, like, you just see him run, and then you hear gunshots after. He's been long gone. That's when you see him run, and then after that you just hear pa 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 pa. I'm like, was that still him or somebody? Nah, that boy was moving fast, man. It was shooting a SIG too. He asked me if I wanted to shoot his what is it? That SIG that Ben Steger got, P320 X5 Legion, I think. Yeah, X5, whatever. Yeah, you want to be. I'm like, no, man. I don't know if I want to touch that. You know, they tend to be they tend to be the one to blow up a lot more for some reason. I don't know. Have you noticed also that most SIGs, when you see or hear about them blowing up, they typically are like 100% OEM. Like everything on those SIGs are like OEM. It's rare to see a P320 put together by some random guy with different parts from different aftermarket manufacturers blow up. The only one I think I've seen was from True Precision, and that was their own barrel, their own testing. They blew one, like it was a 365. I don't even know what was the context behind it, but when you see a SIG that's blown up, it rarely has like aftermarket parts from other manufacturers. It's usually just like a 100% OEM SIG, straight from the factory, the way that it came, and boom. So yeah, I like this thing, man. I almost sold. Well, I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna talk about it here. Yeah, I really love. I enjoy shooting it. I've also reached the 1,000 something rounds with it on 320 actually. Funny, but yeah, that's I really love this thing. I love the way it shoots. I love how balanced it is. It works. I think it could be better. I think my shooting can be better. That's what I mean, not the gun. Like, it's just me understanding how this thing works, the cadence and all that. That's my part, and I think that's this is a very good platform for me. I'm pretty pleased. It works well. Outside of the stupid. Okay, so this is the mag. I know for a fact. This is the mag that almost got me killed in the street. But yeah, anyways, that was my experience competing. I would love to participate in more matches, but you know, it's just scheduling, really. And it can get pretty. I can see how addictive that thing can get, man. For me, honestly, like I like to compete, but I also like to, you know, measure myself up to not just the competition, but like see how far I'm coming. you know, along in this journey and all that stuff. Pause. That came off kind of wrong. Yeah. Anyways, if you been shooting competition, let me know. What are you running for competition? Like in terms of, you know, guns. Especially like if you run a P320 for competition, how do you have it set up? Have you done any extra stuff to make it super reliable? I honestly think that I will keep this like the arc, slide, and barrel. I will keep them like that, and I will get a. I want to get a slide from Springer Precision and a bull barrel either from Barstow or KKM, or I could just do Norso. Like I can get the slide and the bull barrel from Norso and call it a day. But that, yeah, that's for later. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something. And please, if you got any pointers, you're looking at this thing, you're like, boy, you wasted so much time here, there, your posture, your presentation, your entry, your exits, and all that, let me know. I'm here to learn and share my journey with y'all. Until then, take care and God bless.